Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of The Briefing. I'm your guy, Bobby Rassels, and I'm joined by the beautiful Amor.
Hello. How are you? How is everyone? We're back again.
We are back in the building. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm relaxed. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. We have an interesting show today, folks. But first, before I get into the meat and the potatoes of the subject, if you're
hungry, huh?
Yeah. If you're into sculptures, we have a treat. Mind of AK. Mind of AK. He has excellent sculptures. You can find him on Twitter.
Very creative. You're definitely not going to see anything like this in the stores. This is custom made, like creative mind type of thing.
Absolutely. You can find him on Twitter and you can find him on Instagram. There you have it. So make sure you give him a visit. Twitter and Instagram, Mind of AK. Boom. So, interesting week of wrestling, Amor. How you feel?
Yes, I feel great.
Yeah?
Yeah, so we're going to get into some juicy details this week.
Some juicy details.
Yes.
Yeah, so first, let's go over the top five highlights. Oh man, it's been a busy week of wrestling. So many highlights from the week. It's been very difficult to actually narrow it down. To narrow it down to the highlights. I mean, there's so many different events and occurrences that actually happened during the week. It's kind of hard to narrow down to just 5 highlights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Mr. Spades.
I mean, I have to give it to you. You kind of like are more organized with like narrowing everything down because I couldn't.
Well, you got it. You got it. Number 5. Let's talk about number 5. So if you saw Dynamite, Sammy Guevara, he came to the ring. He had a match. He had 2 TNT titles. My question is, do you think that this is going to be something they continue with him carrying both titles, or you think they should merge them into one? What are your thoughts about that?
I don't know. I think they should just let it play out and let's see where it goes. I don't merging it into one title.
Yeah, I mean, there's one TNT champion, but why is he carrying around 2 TNT championships? We know he was the interim TNT champion, and then he beat Cody Rhodes and became the official undisputed TNT champion. But I mean, do you think that they should keep it as 2 belts, or do you think they should just make 1 belt?
So what originally was the purpose of having 2 belts of the same kind?
So Cody Rhodes was the TNT champion.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes went out. He wasn't cleared. Maybe it was due to COVID, okay? They had put up an interim TNT champion, which Sammy Guevara won. He became the interim TNT champion, but under the condition that when Cody Rhodes came back, Cody Rhodes and him had to fight to be the official TNT champion. They had a ladder match. Both titles were up, hanging up, and then Sammy Guevara won. So now he's the undisputed TNT champion. However, he's still walking around with 2 belts. So my question to you is, do you think that he should just have 1 belt? Should they just make it 1 title, or should he continue to walk around with 2 TNT belts?
I mean, if it was me, I would probably continue to walk around with 2 belts. Just to be extra, like, yeah, I got 2 belts around me.
I mean, they are beautiful. They're beautiful belts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why not? Like, I got this belt and I got that belt, and I'm just like,
I think it's overkill, man.
Man, it probably is, but like I said, let that dude live. Like, he got a new girlfriend. Like, he got 2 belts. Like,
yeah.
Come on. That's funny. It's pretty cool though. Just let that dude live a little bit. It's his time to shine.
I hear you. All right, number 4, Mercedes Martinez, contracted by Britt Baker, DMD. All right, so it's been confirmed. Mercedes Martinez, she fought Thunder Rosa. She hit her over the top of the head with a lead pipe. Disqualified. But her sole purpose was to take Thunder Rosa out. She went to the back, and come to find out, Britt Baker walked up and she said, listen, you had a job to do. You did your job. You're supposed to take her out. Now we know that Britt Baker DMD was behind this. What are your thoughts about that?
It doesn't surprise me. Why does it surprise anyone else? Like, it doesn't surprise me.
So
It's something that she would do.
Did you have any inkling, any idea that she was behind this at all? Or do you just...
No. I didn't even... I wouldn't even imagine, like, if she did this. I would just think it was, like, a coincidence. Like, you know what I mean? It just happened.
I hear you. Number 3, Bryan Danielson's proposal. So Bryan Danielson had an interesting offer to Jon Moxley, and he pretty much said, hey, listen, we don't have to fight each other. Why don't we get together, we grab some of these young guys, we groom them, we take them under our wing, and we start some kind of a group. Crazy.
That's not crazy. That's pretty cool. It's like rebellious.
It is rebellious. I never expected that, though.
No, but it's kind of like, it reminds me like something that would have happened like years ago, like decades ago, you know? It's pretty cool. Pretty interesting.
Do you think that they're actually going to fight in the future? Do you want them to fight? Do you want to see them in a match?
Oh, yeah,
against
definitely.
each other? Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. The offer still stands. Moxley never agreed to it. He walked away. But I'm guessing within the next few weeks, we will have an answer from Jon Moxley. Lita versus Becky at Elimination Chamber. So, it's official. Lita's back. Becky Lynch. Them two at Elimination Chamber for the Raw Women's Championship. Who's you picking? Who you picking, Amor?
Oh, man. Are you... Okay, so can you want to take a guess? You can take a guess.
Becky Lynch.
No, why would I pick Becky Lynch?
Really?
I pick Lita.
Really?
Yes, really.
Wow.
No. You couldn't even guess. That was pretty good. I'm glad I got you on that one.
So you think Lita, so if Lita wins, Lita goes to WrestleMania.
That would be so cool, because how unexpected is that?
It is. And it would be the right thing for them to do.
Right.
To see something different, to see a legend actually come back and win.
Like, I would have never expected that.
This would be what we wanted Edge to do. When he came back, we swore, when he won the Royal Rumble, we swore he was going to go to WrestleMania and win.
We have Mr. Spades in the room.
Mr. Spades. I'm not feeling Lita and Becky at Elimination Chamber. This is a Mania match. Interesting point. But do you see them actually rematching at WrestleMania? I mean, since it doesn't involve the Royal Rumble winner, they can pretty much do whatever they want with this storyline. Something to think about.
It is something to think about, but it's pretty cool. Like, I really like it. Lita is like legendary woman wrestler. And just the thought of seeing her against Becky Lynch, I think I kind of feel like Becky Lynch kind of fell down on her game since coming back. Like, I feel like she's not like she was before as far as wrestling wise.
Right.
I could be wrong. Like I said, WWE has like a way of like stripping like fullest potential from the wrestlers. But yeah, I definitely love it. Go Lita.
Go Lita. Go Lita. I think Becky's gonna take her out.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Number one highlight of the week, folks. You pretty much could have known what this is. Before we get to that, Mr. Spades, that's true, and it means more Lita. I'll take it.
Right.
Number one, MJF defeats CM Punk with an assist by Wardlow. I did not see... The result of this match was what's best for business. I'm glad that the ending happened the way that it did. I'm glad that CM Punk laid down for MJF, because there's so much potential in MJF. He's a young rising superstar. He's got so much ahead of him in the future. Great way to finish, too. I like the fact that Wardlow was involved, and it wasn't a clean finish.
Because it wouldn't have been him, like...
Right, they both save face here. They both save face, and I'm interested to see what happens, maybe next week or this week with that story. Is it done? Is somebody else going to get involved? Or is Wardlow going to snap? I guess we'll find out.
That would be cool.
There you have it.
Eventually, it's going to happen again.
It's going to happen again. All right. Me Amor, are you ready?
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So here we have it, what you asked for. We are talking about Trish Stratus today. Her also known as we know her as Trish Stratus, but her real name is Patricia Ann Strategius, if I'm pronouncing that right. She's 46 years young. She is a woman wrestler legend, okay, and she's from Toronto, Canada. You know Trish Stratus, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, she's very well known, okay? So we're going to talk about some of her accomplishments. She was known as the Internet Babe for 3 years, okay? 2001, 2002, 2003. She was the Diva of the Decade in 2003. And she was 4 times in the Diva magazine in 2000, 2002, 2003, 2006. And she was also known for her 7-time women's championship. So, I mean, 7 times, that's amazing, right?
Yep.
And she was also inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2013. So she's accomplished a lot of great things as a woman wrestler and just, as someone to look up to, a role model. These sources were from IBMD.com, and we're going to talk about some of the most memorable moments. So, Bobby, one of the most memorable moments that you could remember with Trish Stratus, can you tell me?
Let's see. I guess I really liked when she used to do her chops. She would like lick her from like her elbow to her palm, and then like and then like smack them. She would like lick her hands and then do a chop, making it like extra painful.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So one of mine was the stink face from Rikishi. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you also can drop in the chat or like drop on one of our in our messages or DM. What was your most memorable moment, with Trish Stratus? Like just knowing her, like a wrestler, maybe a moment. And now we're gonna get into some scandalous questions. Well, I really have fun, but I gotta hype it up a little bit. And some of our other sources, my other sources for research were Quora.com, and this is Vince McMahon. Was he with Trish Stratus and Tori? Were they romantically together on numerous occasions? Were they his personal girls, as, was said in the article? I don't really know what to think about that.
Interesting.
But some things to think about. It was in the internet feed. You can check it out, Google it, whatever. But I mean, it's something to think about. But don't let that overshadow this wonderful woman in wrestling. She's accomplished so much, and it has been a pleasure talking about her. And going forward in women in wrestling, we're going to continue to talk about legendary, Hall of Fame, amazing women wrestlers. Okay, so keep it locked, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. So, our main story, folks, if you aren't aware, and if you are, you're not safe. If you're a member of the family, business does not discriminate, and it does not have favoritism. Shane McMahon released quietly by WWE. He's gone. Okay, he's released. Okay, that is the word. Okay. If you watch the Royal Rumble, Shane McMahon, he came back. He had a short return. He was supposed to wrestle at WrestleMania. He was supposed to go on to Elimination Chamber, have some type of part or segment being involved at all. He's gone. All right. So Ringside News reported Shane McMahon was a nightmare of a producer, terrible behind backstage. A lot of the wrestlers did not like his decisions.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is something we all already know. we don't need like outside sources or inside sources telling us what this guy is. Like, you could just see it. And if
Well,
you can't see it, it's blind. Like, that dude, he looks like the way exactly everything that you're describing. That's exactly how I would imagine him.
okay. Well, for those that don't know, I mean, this is why he was released. I mean, we don't know why he was released, but I mean, that's sources say that that's what was going on. A lot of people were upset that Jamie Noble was relieved of his duties in terms of booking and making decisions. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy. Mr. Spades, if the Forbidden Door finds its way to WWE, who should walk through to fight the Tribal Chief? Interesting. Who do you think should show up, Myanmar? Somebody from outside of WWE.
Let me think. I mean, I think Wardlow would probably be a good match for Roman Reigns.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
I would say Brody Lee.
Yeah.
That would have been like, because that dude could wrestle. Oh
Yeah,
my
it would've been
God.
cool.
Yeah, that would have been super cool. I was trying to think of somebody now anyway, like realistically speaking. That's pretty sad.
It is. Rest in peace, Brody Lee. So Lina Fanene, a.k.a. formerly known as Nia Jax of WWE, she received an offer from WWE to be in the Royal Rumble. She got a phone call asking her, hey, would you want to be in the Royal Rumble? Hell to the no.
No.
Hell to the no.
I'm so happy. I'm so proud of her. She's so smart. You are super smart, girl. You already know that. I don't need to tell you, but.
Yeah, she was recently on Oral Sessions podcast with Renee Paquette. And apparently they said, look, there's money on the table.
Of course. That's how they wheel everyone in. It's like, oh, you need some money? I got the right number for you. You know what I mean? Like.
And then she said, after that, she's like, no, I'm on a non-compete clause. I'm getting paid anyway. Why? Why would I even come back? Screw you. She's still waiting for her stuff that they didn't return back, her personal belongings. Now listen to this. This is the crazy part.
It wouldn't surprise me if they sent that on the trash bag.
Listen to this. This is the crazy part. So Vince McMahon's making a list of people that accepted to be in the Royal Rumble, right? There's a list. Now, once they compile this list, he's supposed to go through the list and say yes or no to each one of them. So even if you said that you wanted to be in a Royal Rumble, there's a chance you still might not be in a Royal Rumble.
So I have a question. Are there requirements that you have to do to be in to qualify to be in the Royal Rumble?
No, so this was him calling like past legends and past superstars to actually make a special guest appearance during the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah, so you still had, the regular wrestlers that we see each week. And then these are people that for, surprise, the surprise element, these are people that, he was going around asking to see, let's make a list of people of past talent that we could have come back for one night, be in the Royal Rumble.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so very interesting. Very interesting. Crazy week. What are you looking forward to in the world of wrestling, Myanmar?
I'm definitely looking forward to the match with Lita and Becky Lynch. I'm looking forward to hopefully more matches similar to that and changes. I'm looking forward to changes and, what the wrestling industry has in store for us fans.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, going forward, I mean, WrestleMania is right around the corner. So we can expect a lot of weird things, possibly happening soon. Mr. Spades, I'm upset there was no NXT talent in the Rumble. Yeah, how about that? So much talent in NXT right now, and nobody was even in the Royal Rumble. Nobody made a special appearance. That's crazy.
Well, it doesn't surprise me, really. But it is disappointing to see that there's more talent elsewhere, like in your company. Bring it over,
Right.
I agree. Shut up. I'm feeling good. Nice little drink right here. Some tropical pink lemonade.
Some tropical punch.
Is it? Hold on. Let's see what it is. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what it is.
Oh, here we go. And we're not sponsored by these brands at all.
No, we're not. But we're gonna share. I'm going to share with you. This is New Amsterdam pink lemonade flavored vodka. So this is like a mixed drink that's pre-made, okay? And it is by Pink Whitney.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So it's like maybe like a girl drink, but that's okay. That's enough for me.
Mr. Spade says, no Raquel Gonzalez, but we had Melina for 5 seconds. That was strange. She was like in a ring twerking, like with a split.
You know, you guys like that. Shut up.
And she looked like an old madam. No thanks. Folks, listen, folks. Next week we have a special treat. If you like sweet treats, we have a sweet treat for you. Guess what?
What?
Are you ready for this?
Yes, yeah.
All right. Sweet Cheeks Joey Silver will be here for a special interview. We're going to have a special interview with Sweet Cheeks Joey Silver. It is pre-recorded, considering time zones and distances. However, Sweet Cheeks Joey Silver will tell you exactly who he is, what he loves about the sport of pro wrestling, and he's going to be the first contestant of the All About Wrestling podcast trivia. So there you have it. Sweet Cheeks Joey Silver next Sunday, 7 p.m. on YouTube. Make sure you're here. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm excited too.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yes.
All right.
mean, we have some big things coming. It's exciting.
Yeah.
That's always exciting.
Always exciting. Mr. Spades giving the praise and the hand claps. Mr. Spades, we appreciate you, brother. All right, so Amor, it's been a crazy week. You have the last word. All yours.
Make sure you keep it locked and subscribe. We'll see you next week.